Some quick stats. This is our 24th session. 28 guest speakers so far, 26 past members, and we are 800 plus members on LinkedIn and counting. Those are some quick stats. Past members are people who have landed on jobs and who have been part of our AHF group. All right, without further ado, I want to introduce you to our next guest speaker. Let me get a quick sip of water. Okay, so Amy is a big shot. She is one of the founders of AccruePartners. AccruePartners is a very, very famous and dominant recruiting firm in the Carolinas. She is the co-founder and principal partner of AccruePartners. I have used AccruePartners. If you remember Evan Lambert, who was a guest speaker at our session. So she is Evan's boss, essentially. I did not expect her to say yes to a nobody like me, but she wound up saying yes to guest speaking at this session. Amy, if you don't mind doing a small introduction of yourself, and maybe you can just share one piece of insider knowledge that many job seekers might not be aware of, but would find incredibly helpful in their job search.
Certainly. Thanks so much, Danny. I appreciate it. As Danny said, I am principal partner and founder and lead the organization, AccruePartners. So we're 23 years in Charlotte, servicing primarily focused in the Carolinas, but reach to 41 states. We have five what I call practice areas where our recruiters are subject matter experts. So we have an accounting and finance division, an IT division, HR, marketing, and corporate support, and then finally financial services. So we place talent on an executive search, so retained and contingency, interim staffing, and then project consulting. So those are interim and project consulting is a great way to get some additional experience if you're on the hunt for a new job in your career. It can give you exposure to different industries, different platforms, different cultures, different technologies. But the important piece of that is if you make the commitment to follow through with it, people get a little bit stuck sometimes, like, oh, and now that full-time job came up. And so you just have to work through that. So that's a little bit about AccruePartners. I think Danny gave you a little bit about myself, so I'm excited to be here. You've met Evan on my team. He's been with me for 4 years and on my executive leadership team. So the piece of advice, I had emailed Danny last weekend with some ideas, and he was like, whatever you want to talk about. But what I'm listening to him talk just a few minutes ago, I thought I would speak on, he talked about the outer network in your networking, and that is so true. And what I would tell you there is when networking for a job, it is a lot of work. You have to be super intentional about it. And I get referred lots of people, and I can't speak to absolutely every person. There's just literally not enough hours in the day. But I was talking to a gal out of Atlanta earlier today. She works for Deloitte looking to make a change. And I always tell people this, you're going to network with your inner circle, but then I'm going to refer you to 2 people. And then those 2 people will refer you to 2 people. So now the ones become 8 people. But the important part there that most people have a tendency to forget is thank the person for referring you to who they referred you to. If something came from that, it is super important that you circle back to them and say, hey, Danny, I really appreciate you referring me to Evan. He was able to refer me to these 2 other people, and it has resulted in 3 job interviews, or it resulted in me reconnecting with an old colleague, or let them know what came out of that, because that gives you an opportunity with value to circle back and let them know that you actually took action. And when they know that you took action and you did something with it, they're likely going to keep you top of mind, because we live in a busy world. We have families, we have jobs, we have kids, we have, email, you have social media, you have the TV. Like, it's a busy, clustered, congested world. So if you can just and circle back with just something simple, don't make it a long diatribe email. I will tell you when emails end up in my inbox and they're more than a couple of bullet points and a few sentences, I'm probably not going to get to reading it. So you have to be really quick and decisive and direct with your feedback or your follow up in an email. But I think, just going back to Danny, use your outer circle. The outer circle is really important. Your outer circle will continue to get bigger and bigger, but don't forget to thank those people that helped you along the way and go back to them and tell them what the outcomes were. So that's my little tip.
Thank you very much, Amy. That was very, very valuable. All right. So we got to stop the recording for our YouTube channel.